What is your pain? What is your story? My pain and my story is going through 3 second trimester miscarriages, pregnancy losses, at 16 weeks, 20 weeks, and 21 weeks. That's my pain, that's my story. And I've used tips to navigate through that pain. So I'm hoping I can give you some tips that you can navigate through your pain, through your story. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Nicole, your self-proclaimed life encourager, where my mission in life is to do 3 things: inspire, assist, and encourage you to become the best version of you. If you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here to give you tips and tools that you can use to become the best version of you. And remember, your best version is different from my best version, is different from your family, your friends. It's your best version of you, so we're working on you. So if you are interested in hearing those tips, then hit that subscribe button, that one right there. And then also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new content. For my everyday subscribers, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, welcome back. I'm back. Your girl is back. I don't know why I did that dance. Well, welcome back. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to give you 2 tips that I use to get through the pain. You know, I talk about my 3 miscarriages, my 3 pregnancy losses, and how painful it was. It still is painful, and while this is my pain and my story, what is your pain and what is your story? And I'm hoping that these 2 tips can help you to get through the pain, and so I'm going to share these tips with you. Now, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just a girl who's been through some stuff, and now I'm doing a little bit better, and I want to share those tips with you so you can do a little bit better too, you know, become the best version of ourselves. So yeah guys, I mean, my pain was different. My pain is my pain. You have your pain, but hopefully these tips can help you to get through the pain. All right, let's get into this video. So the first tip is you have to unpack your feelings. I'm serious. Unpack it. Now, we tend to bottle our feelings in. We tend to hold it in. We tend to not let it out. We tend to just keep it in. When people ask you how you're doing, even though I don't like that question, but anyways, when people ask you how you're doing, I'm okay. When deep down you are just so distressed, you are so in so much pain, but you just have the facade, I'm okay. Some people know how to say, yo, I'm not doing good today, but we must unpack our feelings. Now, what do I mean by unpack our feelings? Write it down, say it out loud, cry, bawl, as we say in Jamaica, go on the ground, do what you have to do, go through the sadness, the numbness, the anger, the bitterness, like get it all out. Do not keep it in, right? Say how awful it was. Mourn, like really get it out. Do not keep it in. I keep on saying that. Don't keep it in. Get it all out. Unpack it. Unpack it. I'm going to use this analogy, and you might say, well, this analogy don't make sense, but just hear me out with this analogy that I'm about to use. So when we go on vacation, and I want you to envision that the vacation is the pain and the trauma. You might say, Nicole, really? Vacation is really always nice. I get it. But listen to me with this analogy. So we go on vacation, and vacation is the trauma and the pain, that your story. We come back home with our suitcase. Here's my handy dandy suitcase. And when we come back home with this suitcase, what do we do with it? Now, some people unpack differently, and that's why we are all different when it comes to dealing with our pain. Some of us, when we come back from vacation, we unpack within 24 hours. Not even 24 hours, within an hour or 2. We don't waste no time unpacking. So we come home with the suitcase, we put it in the washroom, we set it there, we open it up, take out the dirty clothes, because you know you put your dirty clothes in a different little bag by itself and the clean clothes is different. You take out the dirty clothes, you put it in the washer, you take the clean clothes, put it in the put it where it's supposed to go. Some people wash everything, but you unpack the suitcase, you put the shoes where it's supposed to go, everything. By the time you're getting ready to go to bed, or by the time 2-3 hours pass since you come back from your vacation, everything is unpacked, suitcase is where it's supposed to be. And that's how some of us deal with our pain. We can unpack the pain quickly, we can unpack the feelings real quickly, and we can just put it up and not move on, but move forward. Because I don't think we move on from these trauma and pain that we've been through. We learn how to move forward, but first you have to unpack. You see, I'm really focusing on that piece, because if you don't unpack, it really hurts you. And so another way, some of us unpack slowly, and that's okay. Some of us, depending on the kind of vacation you had, you come back and it takes weeks to unpack. This happens to me sometimes. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna say, yeah, I'm one of those people that unpack my suitcase just like that. Sometimes I'm tired. Anyways, you come back from vacation. Again, vacation is the trauma and the pain. You bring your suitcase in, it's in the washroom, and it sits there for probably 2 days. And that's you how just sitting in the trauma and trying to understand what just happened. So you sit there for the 2 days, 3 days, and then you may take out the dirty clothes. At least you do that first. And you take the dirty clothes out. You might put it in the wash. You might wash it and forget it in the wash, and it stay there for 2 days. You know how that is. You gotta rewash that, rewash it, and then you put it in the dryer. The suitcase is still there with the clean clothes. Now we're in week 1. Week 1 is gone. It's now week 2, and now you're gonna have to take out the clean clothes, put up the ones that you wash, put up the shoes, put the suitcase out. You're unpacking, but it takes you longer to unpack. And sometimes that's what we need. You know, when you talk to some people and you ask them what's going on, what's wrong, and they tell you, man, I'm still feeling this way about this certain situation. And you ask, when did that situation happen? 5 years ago? 10 years ago? They're still unpacking their feelings. It takes them a while to unpack. But my thing is, at least unpack it. Unpack every feeling that you're feeling about the situation. Okay? Now the next thing, tip number 2, once you unpack, and so when you unpack, you don't stay there. You don't stay with the dirty clothes and the clean clothes and the shoes. Everything is kind of put away. I'm not saying put away your feelings, but you don't stay in that state. You move on to the next, and that's what you're going to do in tip number 2, is release it. Release the feelings. You released everything. You have said what you have to say. Feel how you have to feel. And sometimes you might go back to it, but you release it, right? So what does that mean? It means be mindful of the present. We know that trauma happened, but today you're recognizing the good. You're recognizing the things that went well today, in the moment. That's why I talk about gratitude journaling so much, is because it really takes your mind to a more positive feeling, a more positive things that are going on. You know, when people talk about being positive, it doesn't mean to be happy and laughing and and all that kind of stuff. No. Man, I could be a positive person and there's not a smile on my face, because I'm positive in terms of the things that are going in the moment. I am very aware of the present and aware of the good things that are going on, right? So another thing when I talk about releasing the pain, I want you to forgive yourself for the part you think you played in the whole trauma. You know, because even today, I think I played a part in me losing my kids. I replay it sometime and say, what if I've done something differently? And so I'm saying that I was part of the problem, or part of the issue, or part of the incident, and I have to forgive myself, and that's a part of releasing your pain. Okay? So looking for good forces, your brain look for the positive, and if you do it over time and train your brain to do that, even in time of distress, you will look for positive. Now when the next trauma comes, when the next disappointment comes, you will know what to do. You'll know you have to unpack it, and then you have to release it and start looking for the good within that trauma and that incident. All right guys, I hope this helped you. Again, I know your story is different from my story, and that we have to go through it differently. We're going to unpack differently. We're going to release it differently. My thing is just go through these tips. Don't sit back and don't sit back and keep it in. Don't do that. Release it, unpack it, and then focus on the good going forth. And those two things help me. If you knew me like 2-3 years ago, like right after my third miscarriage, I'm somebody different. You know, didn't want to go anywhere, didn't want to be anywhere, didn't want to talk to nobody, didn't want to say anything. But it's after I start to unpack my feelings, after I start to cry out, after I start to just like be angry at what happened and just be sad and be numb, and then after I released those feelings and then decided to start to focus on the good, which I used to do gratitude journaling long time ago, but I was really intentional about gratitude journal after my third miscarriage, and that's what's been keeping me. That's what's helping me to go through the pain. That's what's helping me to be this person you see today. Unpacking, releasing, and then really focusing on the present. Alright guys, I hope you learned something from this video. I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Bye guys.